Hey, what is going on everybody? It is Nolan, or the Optimistic Gamer here, and welcome back to the Optimistic Survival series. Today we are finishing up our museum. With our mud factory all up and running, I have been able to collect a decent amount of mud bricks and some mud stairs, which we will also need for some detailing. We will need a few more than this, believe it or not. Of course, the outer wall, the exterior wall here is quite large, so maybe it's not that hard to believe. So we will begin with this and go from there, but that should get us done with the first level. I've also gathered up plenty of oak planks right here, and that is where we are beginning today with the interior floor right here. So I'm gonna get to work on this. Again, this is just going to be all oak planks going all the way around. This will probably take me 15 minutes or so, and then I will meet all of you right back here once I have finished, and it will be time to start working on the walls. And we are back. It is looking pretty good. Now, of course, it is pretty hard to miss this giant hole here in the middle of the floor. That is intentional. I did not just run out of oak planks, although we did get down to our last few. I think we have 3 left over there in the shulker box, but more on this in a little bit. For now, we will begin work on our walls. I'm excited about these. I think they turned out great. Lots of detail, lots of subtle detail, I think is what we could say about them. We will use our mud bricks, jungle fence gates and fences, lanterns and grindstones, mud brick stairs, and white stained glass. I'm going to just build 1 or 2 of these, and then I will fill in the rest of them off camera, and we will be getting pretty close to finishing. We will then just have the roof of this, and as I said a couple episodes ago, I will be keeping the rest of it secret until the reveal at episode 100. For now, let's get started on these walls. So these are going to be 1 block in from all of these tough bricks right here on the outside. We are going to do mud brick stairs underneath all of the windows here, and we can go ahead and grab out the rest of these items that we will need. Let's see, full hotbar right here. I guess that will work for us. So the mud brick stairs will be like that. On the first floor, it will be 1, 2, 3 glass panes going up in the middle, and those will be surrounded on all sides by mud bricks. Same thing over here, and they will go across the top as well. So from the outside, it looks like that. Of course, that isn't horrible by itself. We get that depth, we get some detail with these stairs. But when I was building this in creative, I wanted a little bit more. It's a museum. Museums tend to be very detailed on the outside. So, a row of jungle fence gates across the bottom. You can see they are very similar in color to the mud bricks. In a way, they are sort of mud fence gates, almost. We're going to open that middle one, and then have jungle fences go up on the sides like that, with an upside down grindstone here in the middle and a lantern hanging from it. So when we step back from there, that is how that looks. As for the upstairs, which I'm not going to do the entire upstairs right now, since we do need a little bit more mud bricks, and I think we are out of dirt as well, but I will showcase this one. Sort of the same thing. So we will have our upside down mud brick stairs right there. We will just have 2 glass panes up here at the top. Our mud bricks will surround those, and that is it. We are not doing any additional detailing. Or are we? 1, 2, yes, no. We are not doing any additional detailing up there. That will remain as is. We will have a lot of detail in the roof going around. I don't want to take away from that by overcrowding the upstairs window. But that is how that looks. The lanterns, of course, will provide light on the outer part of this going all the way around. We will need to figure out the inside. I do want to have some kind of skylight in the middle, again, above what this will be, and I may end up waiting to reveal that. Still trying to decide. It's going to be a big project. Maybe you can guess what it is, or maybe you will just have to wait and see. But nonetheless, I'm excited about that. But that is how these walls look. Again, they will go all the way around following that same design on all of these windows. I'll go ahead and do one more, I guess. This isn't a tutorial for this. That will be in a little while, but I can show that off once more just cuz. So again, the mud bricks, which will surround these on all sides. We will also fill in right here in between each of those walls with mud bricks as well, and that will go all the way up. I guess to conserve mud bricks, we could eliminate that middle row, but I don't think it really matters. They are pretty cheap. We are just low on dirt, but that is not an expensive resource for us. And then the jungle fences right here, our upside down grindstone at the top, the lantern hanging from it, and finally our fence gates across the bottom with the middle one open to reveal that stair. And now when we step back, I guess we haven't done that upstairs, but you can really start to see that filling in if I kind of crop off the rest of the building right there. So I'm going to go around and fill all of these in, and then our walls will be finished. I will meet you back here. We will get started on the roof, and that should put us pretty close to finishing the museum. Alright, I will see all of you really soon. And a few hours later, we are back. You will notice that I did end up putting the fences and fence gates up on the second level. I thought it looked a little bit better. But yes, a few hours, because I was also gathering many resources that we will need for the roof, and it was a lot of mud on the inside, as you can see. The amount that we had almost got us finished with just the first level, so it was definitely a lot, probably about 25 to 30 stacks in all. But it is all taken care of. I even got the second floor put in, again with that same hole in the second floor as well. And now it is time to start working on the roof. So I've gathered up the materials we will need for that. Lots of white glass, lots of andesite slabs, and our remaining polished tuff slabs. We will also need a little bit more, but we should have some tuff lingering in some of these shulker boxes that we can use for that. We will also need more tough brick stairs, so I suppose we can go ahead and make some more of those. That will be, again, a part of that roof. The last thing that we will need, and it is kind of expensive, I don't even know if we'll be able to afford it right now, is about 150 anvils that will surround the roof just for a little bit of extra detail. Now, of course, that is going to involve a lot of iron. I suppose we could take a look though at what we already have in the way of anvils. We have 16, so that is getting us there, maybe about an eighth of the way there, but we will need a lot more. Now in here we really don't have all that much iron, and we need 3 iron blocks per anvil, so this might be something that takes us a little while. Let's go check out our iron farm at spawn real quick just to see where we are at with that. Alright, in this chest right here we have 25 iron blocks and 12 bone blocks. That is slowly working for us. Of course, we might get a few more. Is this still running? Okay, I just wanted to make sure that we still have the zombie and the 3 villagers up there, which we do. The one thing about the crafter is we could be 1 more iron ingot away from another block, which we most likely are in this scenario. The iron golem drops up to 5 iron ingots, I believe, each time it dies, which means it could take 2 to craft a block. We will see if we get one right in here. We'll just wait a little while longer. It doesn't look like we have one coming through. That's okay, so we will head back home and we will get something else figured out. We may have quite a bit of iron in a shulker box somewhere. We can always borrow it from the beacon, but I would rather not do that. We will get this figured out. Again, it is not super important to finishing the build, it is just some extra detail on the roof. So if we don't have it, it is not the end of the world. But let's fly right back down here. We can craft the anvils that we are able to make right now, just as many as we can get out of these iron blocks. And it looks like that will give us Well, maybe about a half stack in all. 26 anvils is where we are at. Again, I will have to scour the rest of our chests all around to see if we can find any more. But that will be enough to get us at least started on this roof. We are going to start here above the pillars, actually, with our polished tough slabs. So let's grab these and fly on up here. And we can fill these in starting with a row that goes across the front. So we are going to have a triangle area right above the front of these columns, and it will just go across the front like this, and then these slabs will extend back, although I don't want to do that quite yet. Actually, I just consulted my plans. Yes, we can go ahead and extend those back right away. There we go, just like that. While we are up here, well, I probably should have grabbed that shulker box altogether, but we can go ahead and fill in these gaps with our slabs, and I guess we can just do that now and have it done with. So we will take that whole shulker box, bring that up here, and then we can grab out our andesite slabs. And again, these are going to fill in right here. So the roof is primarily andesite slabs. That is what we are going with up here. And then we are using some of our polished tough slabs for some added detail. And of course, the glass will be over the central portion right there, allowing in lots of natural light similar to our storage building. So with that taken care of, we can now make that triangle shape. So this is just going to extend up to a point in the middle, and then we will fill in this gap right here, again with our andesite. Once we get up here to the middle, this will just extend back for a ways with our polished tough. And we can fill in the rest of this right here with our andesite. There we go, and I suppose we can fly down here and check out how that looks. There we go. Not bad. It definitely has that very, it definitely has that very grand look to it. So now that is the front. The rest of the roof actually follows a pretty similar pattern. Not with this triangle, but I mean, the perimeter of the roof is all pretty much the same, and it sort of stems from this triangle. So we will extend our andesite going back, and we will do this all the way until we get to that top middle, and then we will extend that back a little bit more and turn it like this. We will do the same thing right here, and now you can get an idea of how this roof is going to look. So we will do this once again all the way to the top middle. There we go, just like that, and we will turn that one last time. And this roof design will follow the perimeter of the building going all the way around. So it is, I think, 7 rows of andesite slabs that will just follow the roof. And once we get to the top, we are going to have this giant flat rectangular space. That is where we will build our window, or our skylight, I should say. This will all make a little bit more sense once we get a few sections put in place. You will be able to see it a lot better. So I've finished this corner now, and now you can get a pretty good idea of how this is going to come together. I can even fly away, give us a better view of that, and that will go all the way around this building. At the top row, we will extend our polished tough a little bit more, and we will have one final perimeter going around the edge like this. So I'm going to go ahead and do that going all the way around this roof, and then we will move on to our window and the rest of the detailing. And all of our andesite is into place. So now we have 2 things left on our agenda for finishing this roof. The first is the glass, which will be this entire section right here that will all be glass. The other is the detailing that is going to go around the perimeter. If we fly down here and take a look at this, it's not that attractive right now. It is certainly lacking that nice transition from the walls to the roof. We are going to start with that, and then we will finish the build with the glass ceiling up there. So why don't we go ahead and grab out our tough brick stairs. We will be starting with these, and we will be placing a perimeter that goes all the way around the edge of this build. I keep forgetting I have Silk Touch and not Silk Touch, Haste 2, and I end up doing stuff like that. Alright, let's try this again. So the stairs will go all the way around the perimeter, and these are just upside down tough brick stairs placed adjacent to the build, sticking one block out. And then here in this triangle section, we will remove a couple of these andesite slabs and continue these stairs going into the roof like that. Same thing over here on this side, take out some of those slabs, and we will extend that in. So if we step back from this, we will see that it is already looking a little bit better. I guess we have to get down on a little bit of a lower level to see that jut out from these stairs, but it definitely looks a lot nicer. Now, on top of those stairs is where our anvils will go. We can go ahead and grab those out now. We have them in our inventory already. Perfect. And we will also need some polished tough blocks, so we can make some of those, and we will fly up here and finish off the detailing. So the way this will look is everywhere that we have these tough brick pillars that go from floor to ceiling, we are going to have a block of polished tough on top of these stairs that we just placed. Those, of course, are 3 block gaps, so now we can just count. We don't have to line ourselves up every time. Here on the corner, it's going to be 3 of those like that. In between these blocks is where our anvils will be, and I should probably turn my volume down just a little bit on the blocks so I don't deafen all of you. And these will be placed going all the way across like that, and they will stop right here next to that slab, or I think we will even go one more. So we will need to extend our stair like that, the anvil like this, and then right here we will finish this off with a block of polished tough. I'm not too worried about that last slab. On top of all of these, to finish off the design from the walls to the roof, we will have our polished tough slabs on top of the anvils and the blocks that we just placed. So with that finished, we can fly down here, take a look at that, and there we go. That is some pretty nice detailing. Now, obviously, we cannot see the andesite itself. That sort of is just the nature of the size of this build, but also somewhat intentional. I really just wanted it to have a nice look from the bottom. But if we were all the way up here at our copper house or something like that, we can definitely see that andesite roof. What you will notice though is it is a little bit bland, especially compared to the rest of the build. So to finish that up and tidy it up, we are actually going to have a row of our polished tough slabs going all the way to the glass everywhere that we have some of those blocks. So we are going to remove all of these andesite slabs along those rows, but again, we are going to skip this corner section. I did try having a row of these slabs going up right here. It just didn't look right. So we are going to skip that, but we will take out our blocks and slabs and start to fill in between these. So I'm just going to place blocks in for now. That is probably the easiest way to do this. Plus, we have over 50 stacks of tough, if I'm not mistaken, so we can afford to do this. And then we will round things off with our slabs, just like this. So that looks something like that. It helps to break up that continuous andesite design. And we are also going to continue this over the glass to make it look like it has a little bit more of a support mechanism. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in this entire area with glass, and then we will work on that, and then our museum will just about be finished. And the roof is just about finished. I did manage to get a few more anvils crafted. We had 28 more iron blocks over at the iron farm since the last time I went over there, so we are actually keeping up a little bit. It shouldn't hopefully take us too long to get all the way around the edge. I'm mostly concerned with the front for now. We just need a couple more anvils right there. Although I am remembering now that we have, if I'm not mistaken, a chest full of anvils right over here. Let's take a look. Not in there, not in there. Right here, 19. Okay, so maybe not as many as I thought there were, but 19 is still a good number. I'm gonna leave a couple behind because we will want those for in the future if our current anvil breaks. But now we can head up here and we can fill in a little bit more of this roof right up here with some more anvils. And there we go. So we just need 6 more right there and we will have that side complete as well. But moving around the roof, you can see that all of the slabs are into place. The roof detail is looking quite nice. All that is left now is finishing up on top of the glass, where these polished tough slabs will just continue their pattern going across just like that. We will do that going all the way across this way and across the long end like this, and those will help make the glass look like it is a little bit more supported, because let's be honest, a glass pane this size would not be able to be supported without some kind of additional features and things like this. So we are going to extend these all the way across, and then our museum will pretty much be finished. And there we have it. All of these slabs are into place, and again, once we get those anvils put in, we will have a 100% finished exterior. But let's fly up here, let's get to a good angle, and then we can go ahead and pause the game right here. There is our finished museum. I think it looks pretty good. I hope you agree. I think it is a great fit for the valley. It definitely is probably our largest building, but to date, it is probably one of my, if not my favorite building that we have in our valley so far. Again, once we get those anvils in, then it will be finished. We also need to finish up the door. We can go ahead and do that in this episode. I have one piece of packed mud right here that I can't turn into bricks, but what we might do instead is just cheat a little bit. We will go up here, we will put in that packed mud right there. I won't tell if you don't tell, and we can go ahead and fill in that. Now the walls are finished. Let's get some doors put into place. And I think we will go with a nice mangrove door for this building. If we have some, it looks like we will have just enough mangrove wood to get the job done on that. That is wonderful. We will have 4 doors in total, and then we will also outline these with some more tuff. I know we already have a lot of tuff on this building, but if we went all mud on that front wall, I think it would be a little bit too much right here. So we are going to break this up just a little bit. We are going to continue our same pattern of the chiseled tough bricks, right here, in that same row as the column. So this will actually be here in the middle. I'm realizing I made a little too many. So we will have the bricks there, the chiseled tough bricks on top, and then some more tough bricks. Those will extend up and over in sort of a T pattern like that. With our tough brick stairs, we can place these upside down above where the door will be. And finally, we can get our mangrove doors put on from the inside of this build, just like that. We can open those up, let some air in. There we go. That is our finished museum. To an extent. Again, I know I sound like a broken record, but the anvils are pending. We also need to work on the landscaping and things like that. That will probably be taken care of off camera though. It's not going to be anything extravagant or anything out of the ordinary from what we have already done. But it's definitely a great look for the valley. There is one final thing I want to do real quick. Now, when I say the interior of this museum is top secret, I mean it is top secret. So we are putting up some window shades so that none of you can see inside before, well, that might be a problem. I guess we could maybe do something like this, where we sort of stagger them. There we go, that works. Now, obviously, I'm not too concerned with not having these up. I don't think you would really be able to see inside of the museum anyway, but there's something about having these up when I am in here building that's just going to make it seem a whole lot more fun, and it's going to make it seem like the reveal is much bigger. Of course, it will be a very big reveal. I am really looking forward to the grand opening of this museum, episode 100. I've already started planning out how I want everything to look. I hope you are looking forward to seeing all of that in about 10 episodes, a little more than 10 episodes. There we go, all of our window shades are put up, and now we will definitely not have any wandering eyes from out here, unless of course a wandering trader roams through. But I'm not going to worry about the second floor. There's not really anything that we can see through that from the ground right down here, but that seals it up. From now on until episode 100, we are done inside of the museum. The reveal again at episode 100. I hope you are looking forward to it. But that is where we are ending the museum build and today's episode of the Optimistic Survival series. If you enjoyed it, definitely hit that thumbs up button and make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out on episode 100 or any other daily videos as soon as I publish them. Check the description for some more important information, links, how to contact me, all of that good stuff. And with all of that being said, comment, like, subscribe, remember to stay optimistic, and I will see all of you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Bye!